Welcome, everybody, to episode 97 of the Can Manias Kill a Jedi podcast. I am your co-host and bartender, Darth Selen.
And I'm your main host, the Artificial Dragon. And yes, this is the 97th episode of a podcast, everybody. We are we are 3 episodes away from 100. Yes, 100. We have been doing this podcast for the past 4 years now, and we are just getting to our 100th episode. It is, anxiety overload at the very least.
Hey, to be fair, we haven't reached 100 because shit has happened.
Yeah, a lot of shit has happened.
Life gets in the way.
Yeah, unfortunately, life gets in the way. Me with work, you with work as well. Just a lot of things that get in the way of life sometimes.
And of course, we have to be around loved ones.
Yeah, exactly.
We have lives.
We do have lives and bills to pay, unfortunately.
Yep.
But yeah, this is our 97th episode of a podcast, everybody. Today will be kind of a little bit of a short episode, but we'll get into that episode when we get to it after I do my obligatory self-promotion. Of course, if you guys love our content, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/canmayo. Once again, that's patreon.com/canmayo. You could contribute to any amount, the lowest being $2 and the highest being $10.
I wish we had another birthday code for you guys, but unfortunately, we weren't able to snag it.
No.
But still, celebrate my birthday this month, please.
Yes, of course, the Discord is open to the public. Anybody can join. If you want to talk about general Star Wars lore, share memes, or just wish my co-host happy birthday, you could do that. It is free for anybody to join.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, well, technically it's last month. Last month's Patreon art piece is the Zabrak bounty hunter, Sugi, showing off what kind of bakery she has cooked up for everybody.
Dead ass.
The dead ass, as well as that knife. So, yeah, don't get anywhere near her if you do not want to get your throat slit. But if you want to download her, contribute to the highest tier. If you want to download her as your poster, as your wallpaper, that also reminds me, we do have...
You can actually get her as a physical poster now in our merch shop.
Indeed, we do have an official merch store on fourthwall.com. You can see some of the merchandise that we have available underneath this video, including phone cases, coffee mugs, and of course, the Sugi poster, as well as the Sith Witchling poster.
And stickers galore.
Yeah, stickers galore. Once again, if you guys love our content, feel free to buy any of the merch we have available. It's not just to support us financially, it shows how dedicated you are towards our series. Please do, because I have so many other ideas brewing, but you know...
we could add a lot more things, but we need to get the ball rolling first.
Yeah, we need to get the ball rolling and actually get proof that you guys love the merch ideas that we have prepared. Yeah, exactly. So please do drop by fourthwall.com. Please do. It is greatly appreciated. But yeah, for our highest tier patrons, I'm going to give all of them a shout out because they are amazing people. We have Alan Lee, Alan Martinez, Balin Forn, Y Wolves, Brittany Digger, Dr. Emboss, Gobez, Josh Travis, Lee Fott, Milo, and Tristan H. Thank you everybody so much for supporting our podcast for the past 4 years. And I hope you are all looking forward to content like this.
When did we reach the 4-year mark?
I got an update because I believe... I can't remember exactly, but we had started this podcast in September 4 years ago, back in 2021.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we've been doing it for a long, well, okay, not too long, but a long ass time for us, Hannah. Anyway.
But anyway, on to my shit. Support Selen's Cantina, pretty please.
Indeed, support Selen's Cantina. You replied to one of my questions recently, and I am so very happy about that.
Yes, the romance between Venra, my Muriel and foe, Zeltron's mother, and Professor Golan is slowly budding, so stay tuned for that. And there is something lurking in the cantina.
Yeah, there is something evil lurking in the cantina. What that is, you will have to stay tuned and find out.
Exactly.
But yeah, support Selene's Cantina. Hannah is a very quality writer, and, you know, she always loves a motivation and feedback for all the work she does, so it would be very appreciated if you go out and support my co-host.
Aw, shucks.
After all, it is her birthday month. I think it's only fair.
Yeah. And it's nice as I don't refer to myself as an artist, but, you know, general term, as an artist, to have that kind of feedback so I can feel inspired to keep doing what I am doing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I always have those moments of writer's block, but it's always good to bounce around ideas with people and just have general discussions to inspire.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that always helps. So yeah, once again, support Selene's Cantina. But anyway, Hannah, what are we talking about today?
I was about to flip it back on you.
I beat you to the mark, Hannah.
We are talking about one of the protagonists, or the second protagonist of the KOTOR games. The Exile, i.e. Meetra Surik.
Meetra Surik, yeah, she is, I wouldn't say, okay, I know I like to lead up with interesting characters, but in all fairness, Meetra Surik, along with Revan, are kind of blank slate characters.
But they did that on purpose.
Yeah, very much on purpose.
Meetra Surik is a blank slate on purpose.
Mm-hmm. So is Revan, until SWTOR came around and changed that.
Yeah, I have gripes about that, but we will get to that later.
Indeed.
We are talking about Meetra Surik today.
Yeah. So to get started a little bit, okay, I gotta ask your personal opinion, Hannah. Who do you prefer, Revan or Meetra Surik?
Personally, I prefer Meetra Surik over Revan because of her relationship with Kreia.
Yeah.
And to be fair, people will point out, well, Kreia was Revan's master. Yes, I know, but that is never once covered.
In the first KOTOR game, yeah.
In the first KOTOR game. And if you follow the Kreia's Aaron K theory, there is a potential that she is also the handmaiden's mother.
Yep.
Which is also never brought up upon.
That is the unfortunate thing, yeah.
There are so many other factors, like short on time, they had to get the game rushed out, it's not fucking finished. Mm-hmm. And they're just so much, like we've always said, wasted potential.
Yeah. That's one of our taglines for our series, wasted potential.
So yes, Meetra Surik is a great character, but she is also wasted potential.
Yeah.
Same thing with Revan.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like Meetra Surik, as I do with a lot of character episodes, this is basically kind of a Cliff Notes version, but truth be told, Meetra Surik doesn't have that much story lore to her.
Because it's so dependent on KOTOR too.
Yeah, exactly. So if anybody is listening to this and I'm not covering everything in KOTOR 2,
go play it for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait until Droid gets around to it.
Exactly. I mean, I know the basic gist of what goes on, like going to Malachor 5, facing Kreia, defeating the Sith Triumvirate. We all know that shit happened.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm not going to go too much into depth, especially with I wouldn't say a long-ass game, but a sizable game that is KOTOR 2.
Sizable even though it's unfinished.
But let me go ahead and get started. Meetra Surik, or as you pointed out,
the Exile.
The Jedi Exile was a female Jedi Master who was the main player character of the Knights of the Old Republic 2, made by Obsidian Entertainment. If anybody remembers, Obsidian also made Fallout New Vegas, which is one of the more popular Fallout games.
So I have heard.
Yeah. She is very much a handover of Revan from the first game. Meetra Surik was simply known as the Exile because that's just the simple title she goes with. Her personality and gender were meant to be ambiguous.
Just like Revan.
Yeah. Though, interestingly enough, in early promotions of KOTOR 2, Meetra was originally male.
I don't like that.
So yeah,
I have played a male Exile before, and it is not as good as playing a female Exile. To be fair, you do get romance options with the Handmaiden and Mrs. Mar, but Nah, female exile only.
Or like when I was playing Revan, everybody cannot take their eyes off of that cake of hers.
Exactly. Playing a female Revan, you gotta look at that ass.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, her, I should say their gender has been ambiguous for the longest time.
But she is canonically female.
Yeah, she's canonically. She was first, interestingly enough, Hannah, she was identified as female in, of all places, the New Essential Guide to Droids.
Holy shit.
Because there are multiple droid models like HK-47, T3M4.
And Godo.
Yeah, and Godo, which recount their history with the Jedi Exile, who was identified as female.
Yes.
And in other sources, such as the Knights of the Old Republic campaign guide and the Jedi Academy expansion set made by Wizards of the Coast,
okay.
They provided Meetra Surik's first ever canonical appearance, which I will show you in the chat. Yeah, there's like 2 minis and a sketch of Meetra Surik.
Interesting.
And that's her canonical appearance, according to the game.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I prefer her as a blonde, though. But that's just me.
That is very true. But I remember before SWTOR came around, that was the only canonical appearance we ever got of Meetra Surik.
Well, even in SWTOR, when she shows up there, she's not blonde. She has white hair.
Yeah, she does have white hair.
But personally, for me, I prefer Meetra Surik to be a blonde.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very fair.
It's what I have always pictured.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, so so that's a little bit of the behind of the scenes stuff for Meetra Surik. Let's go into her history in universe anyway.
There's not a lot.
Not a whole lot, no. Like with a lot of characters, Meetra Surik's life is shrouded in mystery and speculation.
All that we really know is that she served under Revan during the Mandalorian Wars.
Well, we do know a little bit more. Her home world was Dantooine.
I didn't know that.
Yep, she was born on Dantooine.
Huh.
And I like how specific this is. She was born 10 years before Bastila Shan was ever born.
Okay, she's 10 years older than Bastila.
Yep.
Okay.
I like how specific it is, and it doesn't give an exact year of when she was born, just she's 10 years older than Bastila.
But we also don't know when Bastila was born.
Nope, exactly.
The fuck?
Which I think is absolutely hilarious. But yeah, like a lot of Jedi, she was separated from her parents at a very young age and joined the Jedi Enclave on Dantooine. She was taken in as an informal student by Jedi Knight Kavar.
Kavar.
Yeah.
Master Kavar.
Master Kavar. But after he left to fight the Mandalorians in the early skirmishes of the war, Meetra Surik trained under various masters. Kreia being one of them. Another one is...
Well, Kreia comes later.
Yeah. One of them being Vima Sunrider, who is the daughter of the famous Nomi Sunrider.
Yay!
Yeah, nice to hear her still about in the galaxy. And it was through Vima Sunrider who warned the young Surik about severing one's connection to the Force.
Obvious foreshadowing.
Obvious foreshadowing, yes. One of the Neo-Crusaders launched an all-out invasion upon the Republic, thus kickstarting the Mandalorian Wars. Surik felt obligated to fight for the innocents that were being affected, and was partially inspired by her first master, who died in that war, unfortunately. Eventually, she would join the Revanis when she was personally recruited by Malak himself.
Yep.
Yeah.
And apparently Malak also tried to recruit Bastila in that cutscene. It's like, the fuck?
Interesting.
You'll see once you get around to the game eventually.
Eventually, once I deal with the first game. Anyway, once she joined the Revanis, Meetra became one of Revan's most trusted generals during the war, having proven her skills in battles and, of course, her knowledge on warfare being well documented. When I was reading her specific skills, I remember basically Meetra Surik was kind of a shit student at lightsaber combat and such.
Yeah, she's not that good at lightsaber combat, but she can kick your ass with the Force.
Yeah, exactly. Like she's more of the support character than an outright brawler, unlike Revan.
That's what Revan is.
Yeah, pretty much. I also found this interesting detail that she went through the entirety of the Mandalorian War as a commander, but then she got promoted to knighthood, which I think is interesting because she was essentially like Ahsoka Tano. Yeah, she was a Padawan that entire war.
Damn. And of course, Meetra Surik, being a general, is even noted throughout dialogue with Beodur, because he does not call her the Exile. He calls, quote-unquote, her General.
Yep.
He only calls the Exile General.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't have to call me that. It's like, I'm used to it.
I'm used to it, yeah. And Meetra Surik, she was very popular amongst her subordinates. Like, she made sure to...
Like Beodur.
Yeah, she made sure to have a genuine bond with them as, like, a friend, not just a superior who gives out orders and all that.
There's a plot twist hidden in there.
And then it kind of leads up to the final battle of the Mandalorian Wars, the Battle of Malachor 5.
Yes.
And that is where, well, her life would change forever once she activated the mass shadow generator.
Which was created by Beodur.
Yep. I do. Okay, I'm just having flashbacks to the Korea episode, and Kiv was questioning why it's called the mass shadow generator. Just to clarify for anybody that's listening, it's not called that because it sounds super edgy. It's because the weapon is literally using the gravitational shadow of Malachor 5 to bring all of the ships in orbit down to the world.
Thus killing everyone.
Yep, pretty much.
Except for a certain exile.
Yeah. Yeah, and like, when this happened, Meetra Surik unconsciously severed her connection to the Force. She was pretty much the only Revanist that was present on Malachor 5 to not succumb to the dark side because, well, she had no death to affect her.
Yeah, she didn't, she did have bonds with other people, but she didn't have a Force bond with anybody. Yet.
Yeah, so she was kind of spared from the devastation caused on Malachor 5.
But the way that devastation through the Force affected her was so overwhelming that she just cut herself off from the Force.
Yeah.
Immediately, it's like being able to hear and then going deaf.
Yeah.
That, I fucking love that.
And it was also kind of a miracle in disguise because Meetra Surik did not fall to the dark side after that.
No.
Unlike Revan, Malik, and so many other Jedi present there.
Yep.
But yeah, like, it was fortunate. Like, I said that before. And then after that, the Jedi Council heard about this, and they asked Meetra Surik to come back so that she could face justice.
Fucking Atris. Fucking Atris. I don't like that bitch. Of course, her opinion was one of the many that got her kicked out of the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
You're going to absolutely hate Atris.
I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will.
She's a bitch.
She's very elegant looking, which is very unfortunate.
Cool.
Well, anyway, like, of course, Meetra Surik was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to the Jedi Temple to face trial. And initially, Malik, he kind of had suspicions that Meetra Surik might unravel their secrets and all that to the Jedi Council, and wanted to send HK-47 to assassinate her ass. But Revan's like, no, let her cook.
Just let her do her thing.
Just let her do her thing. So yeah, she went to the Jedi Council, and despite
on Coruscant.
Yeah, on Coruscant specifically, not Dantooine. Despite her personal plea, well, actually, here's an interesting thing that Revan said about her. Revan basically referred to the Exile as the Jedi who was already dead.
Technically, she was.
Yeah, she was disconnected from the Force and everything, so he's not wrong. But anyway, so despite her passion plea, the Jedi High Council decreed that because she willingly followed Revan into war, she was to be cast out of the Jedi Order. When they asked her to give up her lightsaber, Meetra Surik did, but she stabbed it into the center stone.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I'm just reminded of that moment, a particular Star Wars Robot Chicken clip where Qui-Gon is cutting through the door to the Trade Federation ship, and he's like, "Hey, Obi-Wan, can you hold this?" And then it just goes through the floor. It's like, ah!
That's funny.
That's just what I'm reminded of.
But Meetra Surik was so angry at being exiled. That I remember this scene too. There's a giant stone, like obelisk, in the middle of the Jedi Council room on Coruscant at that time. She stabbed it right into it.
Yeah.
And I was wondering what happened to that.
Yeah. I wish it could give me more details, but it's just a lightsaber of a stone.
Guess who has it?
Oh no. Kreia?
No.
Fuck. Who?
Yes.
Fuck. Revan?
No.
Fuck. Atris?
Yes.
Fuck. That makes sense. Okay. Good to know, at least.
She waves it in front of you when you meet her on Paragus. It's like, bitch, give that back!
Give me back my weapon! And of course, like, Meetra Surik goes out and doing her own thing. Of course, the full details of what
not Paragus, I meant Telos.
Yeah. Of course, when Meetra Surik went out to do whatever, her adventures in the Outer Rim have remained a large mystery.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even know what she did during that giant leap in the timeline.
Because the game opens up on the tutorial where you you control T3, and the Exile is somehow in the medbay unconscious.
Yeah.
You have to fix the ship, look at the corpse that is inconspicuously lying in the hold, and go heal the Exile and land on Paragus.
But what is known is that Master Atris orchestrated her return into known space. Atris she also leaked her return to draw out the Sith Triumvirate.
Of course. Of course.
And during the course of her return, she would encounter Kreia, with a close encounter with Darth Sion, the man who's literally too angry to die.
Yep.
And then went on numerous worlds like Talos 4, Onderon, and then Malachor 5. And that's where I'm doing that massive time skip.
On Onderon, she participated in the civil war currently going on and either sided with the Queen or with General Vaklu.
Yep.
Obviously, which is light and dark.
Yeah, she sides with the Queen in canon, yes. I say canon, this is Legends, never mind.
Quote unquote.
And eventually she would return to Dantooine to help rebuild the Jedi Enclave. Though due to her prior actions on Malachor 5, they concluded that Meetra Surik became a wound in the Force, and since she carried the deaths of so many on her, they wanted to purge that from her.
Also, before she got back to Dantooine, she had to travel around the galaxy searching for the 4 masters who were exiled themselves.
Gotcha.
For a reason. Master Kavar being one of them. I'm going to pull up the other 3 because I cannot remember what they were.
Fair enough, Hannah.
2 Jedi Masters. That one. There, the Lost Jedi. Okay, Master... Where the fuck is it? Master Zez Kyle. Master Kavar. Master Vrook Lamar. Those are the 3 you meet on Dantooine.
Okay. So yeah, she had to gather the other Jedi Masters.
You have to find them, or you can kill them.
Yeah, because the events of Knights of the Old Republic 2 was pretty much the events that led up to the first Jedi Purge.
Yeah!
Or the Dark Wars. I know, so edgy.
The Dark Wars. Eventually, it led to the reconstruction of the Jedi Order, but we will get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, the Jedi Masters looked at Meetra Surik, and they considered her a threat to all living beings and the Force itself because of that giant wound that she carries with her.
And that is coming from Jedi Masters.
Yep.
My fucking favorite scene in the whole game is, and it's not even choice dependent either.
I suspect.
No matter if you're light or dark side, when you confront them and they say you are a wound in the Force, you must not be allowed to live.
Yeah.
They paralyze you with essentially hold person.
Pretty much, yeah.
And that's when Kreia comes in.
Yep.
You pissed off the wrong bitch, Masters.
Yeah, pretty much. And then Kreia kind of revealed herself as Darth Treya. Fuzz Meetra Surik has to finish the Sith Triumvirate on Malachor 5.
Well, she was planning that all along.
That is true, yeah. Where she defeated Darth Nihilus, however fuck she was able to.
She defeated Darth Nihilus over Malachor.
Yeah.
In the remnants of the Mandalorian ship that was there. I can't remember it.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Defeated Darth Nihilus, then Darth Sion by having him let go of his hatred, sorry. And then Darth Kreia, why did I say Kreia? Darth Treya. And Darth Treya is like, oh, you need to learn my ways of the Force, so learn whatever you can from Atreus Academy. And of course, we know that's not what Meetra Surik does.
Well, technically, she did.
Yeah, technically.
From a certain point of view, she did.
And then after that, she had Baelder's remote activate the mass shadow generator one last time.
Because somewhere in between there, he fucking died, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't think Baelder, at least canonically, died.
No, he doesn't show up on Malachor 5, and he's not on your ship when you get there. It's like...
Where'd he go?
I looked it up myself. Apparently, he died before you get to Malachor 5, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Damn.
Why would you kill my favorite being? He did not deserve that.
Damn. But yeah, like, long story short, she activates the mass shadow generator, destroying Malachor 5, got the fuck out of Dodge on the Ebon Hawk, and...
killed Kreia.
Yeah. And then, okay, so this is where we get into the plots of the Darth Revan novel.
Okay.
Which is an expansion on what happened to them, lead up to SWTOR, so on and so forth.
This is what, quote-unquote, solidified Meetra Surik being female and Revan being male.
Exactly. So, after defeating Kreia, Meetra Surik returned to Dantooine to complete her retraining as a Jedi. And during this time, she found out that T3 M4 knew about Revan's fate all along.
Well, no shit. You can get him to give it up if you have certain influence with him.
But the droid stubbornly refused to divulge it to anyone, unless it was Bessela Shan.
I thought that Bessela had recorded that episode or that message in T3 and told T3, or no, Revan had told T3, go find somebody to help me. If you can't find Bessela, find the next best person.
Yeah. Well, anyway, point is, T3 had this, the recording of Revan's fate all along. Couldn't share it with anybody unless it was Bessela Shan. So Meetra Surik had to take T3 all the way to Coruscant, where Bessela Shan is just chilling with her son.
Yeah, waiting for her husband to come back.
Yeah.
If he ever came back.
And yeah, there is actually a name for Revan's son, who is named Vanir Shan. Vanir Shan, yes. And let me show you a quick picture. There we go.
Oh, he looks so sad.
Yeah. And I think their child is like 3 years at this point when Meetra Surik arrived.
Okay.
And fun fact, Vanir was actually born non-force sensitive.
That's not surprising because his great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-
of following in their parents' footsteps, he actually becomes a politician that will eventually become a candidate as a Supreme Chancellor.
Cool.
So yeah, the Revan Sean lineage, a long line of great leaders.
Well, no shit, obviously.
Yeah. T3, once they meet up with Bethla Shan, that's when T3 shared the recording of what happened to Revan. So long story short, Revan, along with the Ebon Hawk, along with T3, they crash landed on this ancient Sith world. You want to guess what that world is?
Dromacos?
No.
Torban?
No. Nathema.
Nathema. Oh,
yep.
shit.
Yeah, they went straight to Nathema itself.
Straight to Vishnu's homeworld.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
So they crash landed, and in a recording, T3 basically, Revan was fighting a member of a Sith pureblood race, which they thought was extinct by the time of a Great Hyperspace War.
Let me guess, it was a certain companion.
Yeah.
He was fighting Scourge.
He was fighting Scourge, yeah. And then Scourge captured Revan, took him to God knows where, and T3 waited for the Sith to get the fuck out of there, and then got on the Ebon Hawk, and we know the history from there.
Yes.
So after seeing this recording, Bessla Shan wanted to help, but, you know, she's a mother with a 3-year-old child.
She can't just go off into what is currently wild space.
Yeah.
And just leave her son.
Exactly.
That would be,
that would be very irresponsible. And Meetra Surik, she's still a very controversial figure among the Jedi. Like, she could ask for help from the Jedi Council and the Republic, but they're still very conservative and very distrusting of Meetra Surik.
Well, yes, and she doesn't deserve it, honestly.
No, she does not. But, you know, she has to work with what she has.
One thing we have not talked about yet is that Meetra Surik is significantly powerful in forming Force bonds.
Yeah, that is true.
And due to her being a wound in the Force, the Master saw it as she was taking power and siphoning it from others.
That makes sense.
But it wasn't.
Yeah.
It would reflect back on her followers.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense for Meetra Surik. Yeah. Anyway,
and no one would believe me on how she defeated Nihilus.
Yeah, of course. Meetra Surik resolved to rescue her old friend herself, of course, with T3 in tow.
Duh.
But before she departed, Bessla presented Surik Revan's mask, believing that it would help restore his memories and aid in his escape.
How many fucking times has this motherfucker lost his memory?
More times than I could count on one hand, apparently.
Revan is one of the greatest heroes of galactic history, and he got his ass handed to him how many fucking times?
Failing upwards.
What the fuck?
Failing upwards, as I said, Hannah. Jesus Christ, Revan. Get your shit together, man. Be an actual dad, anyway.
Oh, shit.
And of course, as you saw from the image, T3 got a recording of Bessla to share to Revan once they find his ass. Upon arriving on Naphima, Meetra was immediately disturbed by the void of Naphima.
Gee, I wonder why. It's not like the planet got numbed on.
Yeah, like to the point of feeling physically ill. While Malachor 5 was simply a massive pool of horror and death, Naphima was just dead. No life to speak of whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, even compared to Malachor 5, the literal wound in the Force, Naphima is a whole new level of terrifying.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, I was going to say that's surprising because it was not that way before, but I was thinking of Zios.
Yeah.
Watching the Emperor destroy Zios in real time was fucking weird.
It was wild, yeah.
Wild.
But yeah, while we were on Naphima, she and T3 were able to slice into a government building, and from it, they got coordinates to another world that they went to. Right. Which, in this case, is Droman Kaz.
Oh, yay. Sick capital.
Yeah. She learned the location of Droman Kaz, and, you know, with T3's expert slicing skills, they made their way over to Droman Kaz. Once arriving on Droman Kaz, they were able to go in with little incident. The explanation is that nobody on Droman Kaz figured that they would be found by that point, so the security was kind of mid.
The fuck?
Yeah, like the Sith were so overconfident that the Republic or any random travelers won't be able to find Droman Kaz. I know, it's a little bit weird, but bear with me here.
Okay.
But once they got planetside, Meetra Surik formed contacts and bribed a couple of officials, you know, to smuggle herself in and all that. So she arranged a meeting with the Sith that she found in the recording, which you know is Lord Scourge. Yeah. And Lord Scourge, however he got this information, probably like a courier or something like that.
He's the fucking Emperor's wrath.
Yeah, well, not at this point, but he's about to be the Emperor's wrath.
He's about to be the Emperor's wrath.
Yeah. So they set up this meeting. Lord Scourge, with his own escort, goes to this random cave on the outskirts of Dromund Kaas. And of course, his escort has to get killed. And Meetra Surik is like, do you know where Revan is? And Scourge's like, yes, I want to be your ally because the Sith Emperor is kind of a asshole.
Imagine her reaction. She's like, fucking what?
Yeah. Lord Scourge, he revealed that his master, Darth Nihilus, held Revan as a prisoner in her own personal compound. And Lord Scourge is like, hey, you want to take down the Emperor. I want to take down the Emperor. Maybe we could work something out here. It was not because he was altruistic at all. It was an alliance out of convenience.
Oh, just wait until he has his vision.
Yeah, exactly. So after a little bit of planning, Scourge told Meetra Surik to settle down. He's going to arrange a couple of things. Meetra Surik just has to wait. And you want to know what Lord Scourge does?
Goes tells the Emperor.
Yeah, he tattletales on his master, on the Emperor. She's about to betrayal. Is that so? Time to kill her ass. So yeah,
Tis the way of the Sith.
Tis the way of the Sith, of course. So during the chaos that, the Imperial Guard were invading Darth Nihilus' personal compound, killing all of her followers and all that. Mm-hmm. And during the chaos, Scourge and Surik infiltrated the compound and released Revan. And as they were taking Revan out, Surik handed him his mask, and Revan was just so overcome by the memories that were swelling back to him, he just passes out.
Yeah, that would be pretty overwhelming.
Yeah, and then, so it was kind of an inconvenient moment because Darth Nihilus comes in, because she wanted to kill Revan's ass.
How many times has Revan been mind-wiped at this point?
Probably...
2?
2 free times?
By the time he gets back in SWTOR, the fucking split Revan, it's like 3 or 4 at this point. It's like, what the fuck? Stop putting this man through the ringer.
But yeah, Darth Nihilus, she is a Dark Council member. She was so powerful, she wiped the floor with Scourge and Surik, effortlessly.
Yeah.
And...
Fucking, she's on the same level as Darth Maul.
Yeah.
That's gotta be some power.
Yeah, she is scary. But the moment Revan came back with his full memories and wielding his own mask again,
full potential restored.
pretty much. Nihilus basically, shot a overwhelming wave of force lightning at Revan, but Revan just, with a flick of his wrist, he redirected it back in Nihilus, where she was reduced to ashes.
Oh, shit.
And Revan's like, okay, time to get the fuck out of here.
Like, okay, cool. Let's get the fuck out of here, please.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, this new trio, okay, we got Nihilus out of the way, Darvishia, trust me for the time being, we have a way into the Imperial Citadel. Let's go ahead and rest, and then we'll defeat the Emperor once and for all.
Plot twist. That don't happen.
Yeah. So, getting into the Imperial Citadel was relatively simple. The only thing that basically set off the Imperial Guards was Revan's mask.
Well, duh.
They just took one look at that motherfucker and they're like intruders!
Uh-oh.
So while Scourge and Meetra Surik were dealing with the Imperial Guard, Revan went directly into the throne room to deal with Vitiate. And despite Scourge and Surik being outnumbered, they were able to deal with the Imperial Guards, which is kind of impressive when you think about it.
Yeah.
They get into a throne room, and they are just shocked because Revan is on his knees before the Emperor, who is able to overwhelm him with his sheer power of the Force.
No fucking shit. That already happened.
And Surik, she tried to help her friend.
That happened the first time he got his ass caught.
Yeah. Surik tried to help Revan, but the Emperor just cast Force Lightning on Surik, and she was just helpless at that point. And she watched desperately as the Emperor levitated Revan's own lightsaber to impale his ass with.
Okay.
And Surik, she has a huge window. She has her own lightsaber. This is from Scourge's point of view because he saw this in a vision. He was like, okay, Surik, just throw your lightsaber at the Emperor. We could end this here and now. But Surik, instead of doing that, she threw her lightsaber to deflect Revan's lightsaber.
Oh,
so he doesn't die.
Kill the Emperor, save your friend. Which do you do?
Just throw the lightsaber
God
to
damn
deflect
it.
the Revan's lightsaber that was
It
about
would
to...
have been fine.
And Scourge was like, okay, this victory is now unattainable.
Just like, oh, fuck it.
And Scourge, like, he saw his vision, and he had hopes that Surik and Revan would be able to prevail. But then he was like, okay, now I have to salvage this. And he stabbed Surik in the back, killing her ass.
Yep.
And that's when he became the Emperor's fist, was it? Yeah, Emperor's.
The Emperor's Wrath.
There we go, the Emperor's Wrath.
But this was also the time he had the vision of the Jedi Knight killing the Emperor.
Yep.
He was like, fuck it.
I'm gonna salvage this. Sorry, Surik.
Damn you, Scourge. You killed one of my favorite characters.
But yeah, like after that, Meetra Surik was okay. I wouldn't say she is a Force ghost at this point, and she's basically around with Revan, trying to keep him alive through the entire torturous process that he went through. And
he's trapped on, was it at a station?
It was at the Maelstrom station.
Maelstrom, yes.
Yep.
Maelstrom prison.
Yep. That's where he was stored at. And Meetra Surik, like, several hundred years go by until we go up to the events of SWTOR during the Cold War.
Yep.
Meetra Surik basically reached out to this Jedi Master / Fleet Admiral, a member of Yoda's race by the name of, let me see if I can find his name.
Vader, I think?
No. Oteg.
Oh, right, Master Oteg.
Who?
I will say this. This is Flashpoint content only.
Yeah.
This is not in any of the main storylines.
Yeah.
Which I'm so mad about.
I think it's also kind of cool because Oteg, not only is he a member of Yoda's race and is also a friggin' Fleet Admiral, which is awesome. He's also voiced by, why am I forgetting his name right now? The voice actor for Hondo Onaka.
Pooh. Pooh Bear. He's also Pooh Bear.
Yeah, I know. God damn, we're just brain dead idiots right now. Anyway, so Meetra Surik reached out to Oteg, and in turn he tasked the Republic troopers to retrieve a Greek computer that has coordinates for the Maelstrom and all that.
Yep.
And that's when you liberate Revan.
Yes.
And then afterwards, Meetra Surik kind of fucks off for a little while, and then she returns once again in Satio Shan's mind to finally...
In Echoes of Oblivion, finally get the fuck rid of Vitiate.
For now. No, I'm kidding.
Finally. Yeah, you're traversing your own mind and Satiel's mind after Vitiate fucks up everything. It's
Speaking...
like, what the fuck is going on?
God damn. A lot of Revan and his descendants have a lot of mind fucking going on in their lineage.
By the Emperor.
Yeah.
Specifically. Vitiate just hates the Shan lineage for no fucking reason.
Yeah. Your existence is insulting. Die. But then after that, of course, Meetra Surik passes on to the Force.
Yeah, she, Revan, and I think another Force Ghost got to pass on.
Mm-hmm. We don't hear too much about her afterwards in Legends, though this is actually, okay, it's kind of minor, but I thought it was interesting. In the High Republic era, Meetra Surik is actually a mythical figure, and in the High Republic era, a common exclamation among the Jedi is Surik's blade.
Huh.
Like a moment of surprise or frustration, like by Odin's beard.
Or oh fuck.
Surik's beard. But anyway, that's the only mention Surik has in canon. Mm-hmm. Kind of minor, but I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, that is our episode of Meetra Surik.
I want to include this quote from Kreia.
Go for it.
That when Atten is asking her about Meetra Surik as a whole, it's like, how was she a general? It's like, she just looks like a normal woman. Take the greatest Jedi Knight, strip away the Force, and what remains? They rely on it, depend on it more than they know. Watch as one tries to hold a blaster as they try to hold a lightsaber, and you will see nothing more than a woman or a man, a child. So she is literally nothing without the Force.
Yeah.
But she proved to Kreia that she could do this without the Force and relearn it as she did so.
Yeah. I think that's one of the more interesting things about Meetra Surik is that she's not entirely dependent on the Force,
No.
which I think is very cool.
Yeah, it's very admirable.
Yeah.
And also, there is literally no other mention of Mikal, the disciple, but I ship them.
Of course you do.
He is just so, like, he's a himbo, and I love it.
Himbo, that's one way of saying it, I suppose.
And if it's also kind of dependent on the KOTOR 2 ending, but in one crafting mission, forgive the horn honk.
Yeah.
But in a crafting mission in SWTOR, I can't remember, it might be under Underworld Trading, there is a mission titled Jedi Master Mikal, that is the disciple's name.
Yeah.
And just, so in a way, okay, so Meetra Surik taught everyone Force sensitive on her crew that she could. Mikal being one of them.
Yep.
And so, Mikal and Surik and all the other students went on to rebuild the Jedi Order. As Kreia wanted.
Yep. Yeah, Meetra Surik is a very fascinating character. As long as you consider the context of her being a distant legendary figure.
Oh, yeah.
In the same way that Revan is among the Sith and the Jedi, so on and so forth. I know that's kind of a oxymoron because she's kind of just a blank slate character, but I wish Meetra Surik was dived a little bit more as a character.
True, but that's the point of blank slate characters.
Yeah, that is very true.
It's like, look at Revan.
Yep. I still more fucking remember the Knights of the Old Republic comics where he always has his hood up. It's absolutely hilarious. Anyway, but yeah, that is our episode of Can Mayonnaise Kill a Jedi? Or in this case...
I don't know.
That's Meetra Surik in a nutshell.
Just, how long can one sustain being cut off from the Force?
There you go. There we go. Yeah, I know this is a little bit of a shorter episode than usual, but it's short and sweet in Meetra Surik's case.
I know. I would have loved to include the quote that or the monologue that Kreia does to the Masters when they try to kill Meetra, but just either experience the game for yourselves or go watch it.
Exactly.
Seriously, it is so fucking good.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, most of the companions, from what I have listened to, are top quality, and especially Godo.
Yeah, Godo is good, but obviously you get Canderous back. He's Mandalore and he's old, but you get Canderous back.
Canderous Ordo, otherwise known as Mandalore the Preserver.
Yes.
That took me a little bit. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this nice and sweet episode. We're 3 episodes away from 100, so await that countdown, everybody.
And as of whenever this gets uploaded, we are recording on the 14th. The 20th is my birthday.
Indeed.
So feel free to wish me a happy birthday.
Indeed. Also, we're going to have another live stream for our Hunt for Enorod campaign.
Hunt for the Enorod.
Hunt for the Enorod. I love saying it very dramatically like that. Hunt for the Enorod.
Nice.
Anyway, once again, hope you guys enjoy this episode. Do you have any closing statements, Hannah?
Try not to cut yourself off from the Force.
Indeed. Otherwise, you're going to end up like, Meetra Surik turned out fine, but she got stabbed in the back anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, may the Force be with you.
Foolish machine.
Okay, that is different.
No, but I'm trying to refer to when Kreia zaps T3.
That's fair. That is very
Betrayal.
Fair. Betrayal. Anyway, may the Force be with you. This is the way.
Bye.
Bye-bye.